Now to the Charles Manson murders. August will mark the 25th anniversary of the mass killings. Tonight, a look at where the murderers are now and what has changed in the lives of the Manson followers. The crimes were painfully brutal, the victims helpless. The killers a group under Charles Manson's spell, no remorse, no excuses. 35 years later, not much is left of the Manson era. The home of Roman Polanski and Sharon Tate on Cielo Drive has long been replaced by a much larger modern-day structure. Renovations to the Lino La Bianca residence make it almost unrecognizable. And the famous Spahn Ranch, where the Manson family hung out, is nothing more than a memory. Charles Manson remains in prison, but remains somewhat of a cult figure.
He continues to get more mail than any other inmate in the history of the U.S. prison system. Most of these letters are from rebellious young people who view him as some type of counterculture, anti-establishment hero.
Susan Atkins, Patricia Krenwinkel, and Leslie Van Houten remain behind bars in the California Institute for Women in California. Atkins has since found religion, married in 1995, and has her own website. Tex Watson is doing a life sentence and talked about the case during a parole hearing some years ago.
I seemed like I was controlled by another power. Matter of fact, I told the victims that I was the devil and that I was here to do the devil's work.
Since then, he has renounced Manson and his beliefs while preaching the gospel. Leslie Van Houten, who has been denied parole 14 times, nonetheless has a hearing in June.
You can never make it right. And I sincerely apologize.
One question everyone has is,
could it happen again? Yes. Fortunately, there are very few Mansons out there because he had this incredible ability to dominate a fellow human being.
Other names like David Koresh and Jim Jones could dominate others as well. But Manson had one other trait they didn't.
He had this desire to murder, as many people as he could.
During its existence, the Manson cult consisted of more than 50 people living with him, all of whom believed he was a reincarnation of Christ and Satan in one person. Charles Manson will be eligible for parole in 2000.
Since I don't know much more about the Manson family and their Southern Cali murders, any more than the average person old enough to have been alive when it happened, instead I'm going to read you all the spoilers, because you're all too young to remember this, from the movie Live Freaky, Die Freaky. Quote, the film starts out with a futuristic nomad from the year 3069 who accidentally discovers the book Helter Skelter while searching for food in a desert. He mistakes the book as the Bible and reads it as if Charles Hanson, most of the character names are derived from real people involved with the Manson murders, but their names are changed by changing a letter into an H, is the Messiah. As he reads, we flash back to 1969, where Susan Atkins meets Charlie during a bad LSD trip. Charlie then renames her Haiti, and she is accepted to his family, where they plan things to change the world and make music. After finding out that the snobby, nature-hating actress Sharon Tate is supposed to be filming a movie in the desert where they are living, Charlie and the family plot to kill her. Charlie claims to get messages through songs such as I Wanna Hold Your Hand by the Beatles, which tell him to kill Sharon Tate. Soon after brutally murdering Sharon Tate and her friends, Hay and Abigail, the family goes after the Ha-Biancas, after Mr. Ha-Bianca, who is very rude to Squeaky, decided to build a parking lot which would cover the entire desert in Sharon Tate's honor. They kill him and his wife and are later found by the police in the desert, after which they have a trial and are sentenced to death by gassing, electric chair, and hanging till dead. We go back to the nomad in 3069, and he carves an X in his forehead and uses Charlie Manson as a sort of messiah. That was interesting writing. Anyway, the movie was full of rock and roll power, with such cast members as Billy Joe Armstrong, Mike Dirnt, and Trey Cool from Green Day, Kelly Osbourne of being Kelly Osbourne, and Jane Weedland of the Go-Go's.
When was I born? You've got to try to grasp it, man, how that question has no meaning. Not for me, not for any of us who lived with him. We changed clothing, changed expressions, just changes, you know? Changes are changes. They're not progress, they're not regression, and they were change. And we had to change because we cannot be associated with your human race. We are not responsible for the crimes you have committed against each other on this planet. We live every day for every day, but not your day. But you have me imprisoned for crimes you think I have committed, which I am completely innocent. And when I tell you the story of the family, maybe you will understand. And if you are smart, will join us. Because it's going to come down, and going to come down fast. Helter Skelter is going to come down on you and your children.
a politician, I'm just a bad musician. What you gonna do for me? Do you have a taste for sex and blood and hate, or really good LSD? I'd like to start a band with you. I'll sing and you can learn to play the tambourine. Here's an invitation, no time for hesitation. Come and join my family. I live inside of you, but you don't belong to me. I'm a reflection of you. What's my recipe? A half a cup satanical, a teaspoon puritanical, stir with a bloody hand. A quarter cup messiacal, a sprinkle of maniacal, now I'm a mechanical man. I'll give you the heads up, come on and get your legs up. This is called a family jam. Together we'll stay hidden and wait for Armageddon. Stick it to the man. I live inside of you, but you don't belong to me. I'm a reflection of you. What's my recipe? A half a cup satanical, a teaspoon puritanical, stir with a bloody hand. A quarter cup messiacal, a sprinkle of maniacal, now I'm a mechanical man. Watch this shit, woman. You're gonna learn something right now. Open up the curtains, then we'll start a hurtin'. Come on, let's do the creepy crawl. The show's about to go down. Come on, I got the lowdown. Together we'll make Hollywood fall. I live inside of you, but you don't belong to me. I'm a reflection of you. What's my recipe? I live inside of you, but you don't belong to me. I'm a reflection of you. You look at me, what do you see? A half a cup satanical, a teaspoon puritanical, stir with a bloody hand. A quarter cup messiacal, a sprinkle of maniacal, now I'm a mechanical man. A half a cup satanical, a teaspoon puritanical, stir with a bloody hand. A quarter cup messiacal, a sprinkle of maniacal, now I'm a mechanical man.
Susan told me one time about this fellow that was going to kill himself anyway, but he wanted to do it while bawling Susan.
Charlie said die to him just as much as he did to everyone else.
Since he was going to kill himself anyway, she thought it would be a groovy experience. So he had the gun in his hand, and he and Sadie were bawling, and he told her, he said, now, when you start to reach your climax, tell me when.
That's this Christopher Jesus that you talk about.
As soon as she started reaching her climax, she told him, okay, now. And when she said, now, he just took the gun to his head and bang. And killed himself right in the head. And she said it was really groovy because, especially, she said, when she sucked the blood from his mouth, you know, because she was climaxing, and I guess he climaxed. That's what she told me, that a person climaxes when they die. And she said, but it was really groovy. She sucked the blood from his mouth, and it was warm, and she said it was just too much, that I should try it sometime.
alive. You must get oil and trim your lamps, 'cause you won't get a second chance. It's prophesied, when those 4 horsemen start their ride. There's pain and death on every side when those 4 horsemen start their ride. When Enoch and Elijah preach, 7 thunders fill their speech. They will call fire down from the sky until the people watch them die. It's prophesied, Jerusalem is where they'll die. They'll do their best to save us all, but very few will hear their call. America is Babylon, and her story's almost done. She rides a beast, the beast is sore, and now that beast will burn that whore. It's prophesied, when Babylon, the whore gets fried. The merchants weep, the merchants cry, when Babylon, the whore gets fried. Obama is beast number 3, a leopard which comes from the sea. He's got 4 heads, he's got 4 wings. The Bible calls him the leopard king. It's prophesied, Obama's on the losing side. He'll start a war that he can't win. Obama is the leopard king. The Antichrist is not your friend. The mark you take will mean your end. Yes, you can buy and you will sell, but then your soul will burn in hell. It's prophesied, you can run, but you can't hide. Some will live, much more will die. A few will go to paradise.
I'm Well, all this week, Channel 4 is working for you to help you make a choice in the governor's primary race.
As part of that commitment, we have given all 5 candidates from the 2 major parties time during our news to let you know where they stand in their own words about the topics of their choosing.
That's right, and the order was chosen by random drawing tonight. We hear from Basil Marceau.
I'm BasilMarceau.com, the Republican candidate for governor. I'd like to recall all permit and registration for guns. Everyone can carry guns. If you kill someone, no, you get murdered. I mean, you go to jail. And I like to plant grass or vegetation across the state with any vacant lot and sell it for gas so we can use it for our expenses. Also, I'm going to remove all gold fringe flags from the state and fly the real flag with 3 stripes. I also want to stop traffic stops. Set it up like the Supreme Court ruled in Knowles versus Iowa. You can't find evidence in a car, you can't look. I want you all to vote for Basil Marceau. I want you to say the Pledge of Allegiance to a Republic in the morning when you come out. And we all pray to God and say amen. And everyone have a nice day. And I see you all at the polls. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Miss Haiti Hopkins, you've been arrested and brought before us for your unspeakable crimes against mankind. You've butchered, mangled, stabbed, and mutilated the beautiful people who obeyed us, valued our beliefs, and followed the guidelines of the status quo. People that will be missed and remembered, unlike you. You abandoned a normal life of mediocrity. And for what? What good did it do you to fall out of step? You're now this caged animal that will be sentenced to death and spat upon. You murdered people that lived their lives like you should have lived. You butchered a lifestyle that could have been yours. And you, a once respectable person from our community, how could you turn your back on us? Your foolish games of rebellion were pathetic and have now come to this dreadful end. We are the ones that have stopped you. You and your so-called family's doctrine have reached your final chapter. You will be forgotten and never missed. But we must dissect, pick at your brain, so we can find out how one of us can turn into an individual. You shaved your head, sliced an X in your forehead. Can't you see these are just foolish attempts to break free from us? You can never escape from the moral majority. We will always win. We own this world and we will rape it as we please. You will never stop us. Your voice and your family's voices have been silenced and will never be heard. Tell us everything. Yes, please. You must amuse us with your stories of how you ended up here, so far down the wrong road. When were you born? Why did you choose to follow such a misguided messiah? When were you born?
Born? When was I born?
laid my heart down at your feet. I know my love for you's complete, but there's another waiting down the street. You gotta hurry if you want my love, baby. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Speaking of my heart, cause I won't wait or hesitate and let my love grow cold. I won't wait around for you till I'm gray and old. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Speaking of my heart. The fellas that you once knew, they make goo-goo eyes at you, but that won't do. You better make them shoo. Hurry if you want my love, baby. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Speaking of my heart, cause I won't wait or hesitate and let my love grow cold. I won't wait around for you till I'm gray and old. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Snatch it and grab it if you want it. Speaking of my heart.
Anybody that wants to put order into the world, anybody that's got a brain that wants to put order into the world has got to stumble upon Hitler. Because Hitler started putting order into the world. And when he started putting order into the world, it threw him out, it overwhelmed him. It was too big for him. He couldn't do it, you dig? Nowadays, it's a different computer. It's a different world. It's a different thought. Nowadays, you don't need all that explosive power. You can do it on your computers with your buttons and stuff, with your aids and baids, and with your biscuit berets and I just think he was throwing in his time doing his trip for whatever. See, you don't have any other choice. Once you get order in yourself, then you got to reach to order in your own household, in your own family, in your own kin, and your own kind. You got to reach that order. You can't go. I can't go and tell this man something until I can tell me something. If I'm right within me, then I can tell him what's right within what I think. But each man has to be right within what he thinks, dig? I can't make another man right. The other man got to be right with himself.
like the lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. ¿Quién será el que me quiera a mí? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será el que me dé su amor? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Sway me smooth, sway me now.
Sandy, you've probably been here as long as anybody keeping this vigil, and it now looks that it will come to an end, that they will move the girls and Charlie. What do you girls intend to do?
We'll be here until it gets out. After this trial, there'll be another trial, so they won't move them for quite some time. But we'll be here until he's out, and he is coming out.
What about the girls? What do you feel about the girls?
I love them, and I'm with them wherever they go, in spirit, and they'll also be coming out. Sadie won't be transferred for quite some time because there's that Hinman Shea trial coming up.
But if they do move them to some other place, will you follow?
Charlie will be coming out soon, and they won't be moving him for some time. And all of us get recorded.
How long have you been working on it?
About 4 years. It's for Charlie.
And he will wear it, huh?
Yeah, he'll wear it.
Very confident, right?
Sure, we know.
Is that part of your ideal that you do know? You're positive?
Oh, we're completely positive. The jails are coming open, no question. All the jails and the penitentiaries are going to be open very soon.
I noticed that you all sit in the same attitude with your hands the same way. Is it significant? What does it mean?
We're on our knees. We're giving up.
You're giving up?
Yeah.
Not on Charlie and the girls, though.
No, we're with them. In other words, we give up the system. We're down. We give it to whoever wants to take it. We've X'd ourselves out of the system, and we give it all up.
I understand that there are some people that are trying to rescue you from time to time.
Oh, the Jesus people. Yeah. Yeah, the Jesus people have, in other words, people see that this is the end, that a revolution's coming, or a lot of big changes are coming. And the Jesus people are slipping into the minds of all the people that are confused and don't know where to go.
Do you feel that the end is in sight and a change is coming also?
Big changes are coming real soon.
You're kind of thinking the same way they are then, aren't you?
Well, everyone you meet talks about it. Even the little old ladies who sit on the corner who have had their welfare checks taken away, and the little old man and all those people, they all come on this corner every day of the week, yelling about revolution and that about the people who are in power better give it up. Nixon better give it up, because if he doesn't, the whole thing's going to be destroyed.
Do you feel that you see a limited segment of life as you sit here, that most of the people that come by here are in trouble?
No, you know what? On this corner, we mostly see the people who've been down, for all their lives, because these are the people who are going to court, the black people, the Chicanos. These are the people who spend most of their lives in these courts with their sons going to, jail and their daughters going to jail. And we see every kind of way of life there is.
Do you think that you might write a book, chronicle your experience here on the corner?
We have a book already.
Do you?
Oh yeah, it's Charlie's writings, our writings from when we all got together. But people have created an image of us all, and the book kind of is contrary to that image, and so they want to perpetuate the lie they've created about us. So really nobody really wants the book.
Oh, I think you'll find somebody that wants it. A lot of people. Thank you so much, girls. Nice to talk.
dancing clown upon the wall is calling all to City Hall. Your grave is mine, oh can't you see? It's your own kind to be free. The truth I've known, you are the king. My love, this world to you I bring. You know, you can be free. It's at your kind, and come to me. Whisper words, you come to me. This song I sing for all to see. The past is gone, and now I know. Inside the cell, nowhere to go. Oh, love, my love, look at your love. Oh, love, my love, look at your love. And my word, the truth in words you've never heard. Why do they fear and see in me? It's God themselves, I know you see. Oh, love, my love, look at your love. Oh, love, my love, look at your Impossible, triple, triple. Use that full time, full time. It's something new. Impossible, apple, you will love him. Impossible, he loves you.
Charlie has all the fear. Everybody has given their fear to Charlie. You have to make love with it. You have to know it. You have to know every part of it. And to know you know it is to know it. So that you can pick it up any second and shoot. Everybody is afraid of death. And that's what's holding things up. Nobody's content right now with the world they've created. Yet their minds are all locked by fear of death.
Aren't you worried about the police?
If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. But you better hurry. Because it won't be here long, you motherfuckers.
A lot during the movie Live Freaky, and I didn't feel bad one bit for thinking that Tate deserved it. Well, that's a lie. I feel real bad, and I understand this movie was being told from Susan Atkins' point of view, which is a crazy point of view, and She was crazy, right? Manson was the devil and had nothing to say except that some of the things he says are true, except for the misogyny. And why the fuck are so many men who are crackpots or even extreme thinkers always so fucking women-hating and homophobic? Anyway, I think it's possible to be a radical thinker or leader or crackpot, whatever you want to call it, without slaughtering people with knives or hating women and fags. I guess that means you want to look to the women and fags, yeah? Except for those wacky fangirls, the Manson women. Do you think there's a band out there called the Manson Women? Let me check here. Ah, there's a movie called The Manson Girls coming out, starring a bevy of glamorous starlets, but no kick-ass punk band. At least as far as Google knows. That'd be a good name for a band. Oh, there's the Manson Family Jewels here, but it's a MySpace band. Very, very white boy. Very mediocre. Ah, here's one called the Ray Charles Manson Family Feud. That's more like it. Ah, there's the Manson Family Picnic. Huh, I wonder why no one likes to be just the Manson family. It's getting all like naming the new basketball team action words instead of animal words, or exploiting racial groups or something. Oh, here's the Manson family. Huh, it's on vinyl. It's from Germany. Sure the Germans would have come through. The music is called, what is this? Neue Ästhetik Folk. Looks like Charlie Manson wrote some liner notes on it. Interesting. Huh. See how much you can learn from the internet?